Good morning, happy wake and bake. How are you? This is Lucky, by the way. She'll come say hi. If you hear noises, the freaks are here, and my cats are high as fuck. Cause they was waking and baking too. Do they call waking and baking when you give them catnip? Like early in the morning? It's like, wake and bake. So, we was all getting high. So now we're going to read Lost Bible. So make sure you have your morning beverage, your keep other people alive juice, coffee, and pack your bowl. And then let's wake and bake with Lost Bible. We are continuing our installment of the stories of Samuel, Saul, and David. Samuel has died, Saul has died, and we are in the middle of the story of David. We haven't even got to the best part yet. You would think finding out he was gay would be the best part. Nope, not the best part. Daniel is a David is a motherfucker. David. David is a mofo. So let's continue. So we are on 2 Samuel chapter 2. So after this, okay, we don't know what after this is. Okay. Okay, so it was after the eulogy. All right, after Jonathan's eulogy. When that was over, David was like, "Should I go up to Judah?" And God said, "I'm all right." And then David was like, "Where?" And God was like, "Hebron." So you can explain to these people why they keep getting conflated with Jews. And Jews are making them look bad. So please go find out why. That is not what God said. God didn't say that. Nikki said that. So David went up there along with his two wives, uh, Ahinoam and Abigail. He brought up the women who were with him, everyone with his household, and they settled in the towns of Hebron. Okay. Okay, so the Jews did settle in Hebron. Okay. Okay, big guy, you're answering my questions. Thank you, big guy. Oh, big guy is God, and he's over there in my corner. I'm his co-host. So, okay, so they settled in Hebron. Then the people of Judah came, and there they anointed David king of the house of Judah. And then they told David, it was the people of Jabesh Gilead who buried Saul. Okay, so right now David is the KOJ, and if you the king of Judah, so it's the KOJ, and the king of Israel is the KOI. So right now there's a KOJ. But were they split in two yet? I don't know if they were split in two, because I believe they become two during the story of David. Because I think David is the first king of Judah. and the second king of Israel. David sent messengers to the people of Jabesh Gilead and said to them, "May you be blessed by the Lord because you showed this loyalty to Saul and buried him. Now may the Lord show steadfast love and faithfulness to you, and I too will reward you because you have done this thing." Oh, yeah, you don't want to be rewarded by David. We don't know that yet, Nikki. Shut the fuck up. Nikki, you talk too much. Therefore, let your hands be strong and valiant, for Saul, your Lord, is dead, and the house of Judah has anointed me king over them. So, he's only king of Judah at this point. But Abner, see, I told you, I didn't think this guy died. Because it said all Saul's men died. And I said, I don't know about Abner. So here we go. But Abner, commander of Saul's army, had taken Ishbaal, son of Saul, and brought him over to Ma'anaim. Ma'anaim. Mahanaim. Good morning, Super. He made him king over Gilead, the Asherites, Jezreel, Ephraim, Benjamin, and Israel. Okay, so Ishbaal is king of Israel, and David is king of Judah. So Ishbaal, Saul's son, was 40 when he began to reign over Israel, and he reigned 2 years. But the house of Judah followed David. Okay, so this is when they're split in two. So this Ishbaal is third king of Israel. I'm sorry. Ishbaal is second king of Israel, and David is first king of Judah. This time that David was king in Hebron over the house of Judah was 7 years and 6 months. So did Israel go without a king for 5 years? Shut up, Nikki. Abner and the servants of Ishbaal went from Ma'anaim to Gibeon. Joab. Oh, yeah, okay. Joab and his servants of David went out and met them at the pool of Gibeon. One group sat on one side of the pool. Okay. So Abner and the servants came to see Joab and David's servants. And they went out and met at the pool of Gibeon. One group sat on one side and the other sat on the other side. So it was like, peace. Here we go. This is when Jews show their real colors. Yeah, don't be alone with these motherfuckers. No offense, but they're worse than ghetto people. You can't fucking trust them. At all. Jews might as well live in the ghetto. Shut the fuck up. I'm shutting up. I'm shutting up. I shut up. Abner said to Joab, "Let the young men and come forward and have a contest before us." Joab said, okay. So they came forward and were counted as they passed. 12 for Benjamin and Ishbaal, son of Saul, and 12 of the servants of David. Each grasped his opponent by the head and thrust his sword in his opponent's side, so they fell down together. Therefore, this place was called Helkath Hazazerim, which is at Gibeon. The battle was very fierce that day, and Abner and the men of Israel were beaten by the servants of David. The three sons of Zeruiah were Joab, Abishai, and Asahel. Now Asahel was swift of foot and a wild gazelle. Asahel pursued Abner, turning neither to the right or the left as he followed him. Okay, so remember, this dude running, right, is Joab's brother. And Joab is David's dude, right? And Abner is the one who didn't die in battle, but he was Saul's right-hand man. And Joab's brother is chasing Abner. Okay? So Abner didn't run any which way, he just went straight, and Asahel followed him. And Abner looked back and said, I know you. And dude's like, yeah, you do. And Abner said, quit fucking following me. Follow somebody else because I'm going to kill the fuck out of you. And your brother is going to kill me. Please don't make me kill you. If I kill you, your brother is going to be so mad. Please don't make me kill you. But little dude refused to turn away. So Abner was like, I'm sorry, Joab, and killed him. So he killed him. And those who came to the place where Asahel had fallen and died stood still. They was like, Joab is going to kill everybody. Oh my God, we're about to die. But Joab and Abishai pursued Abner as the sun was going down. And they came to the hill of Emamah, which lies before Giah, on the way to the wilderness of Gibeon. Look, this is what I call my daughter, Gaia. Gluten intolerant asshole. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if anybody that's watching this is gluten intolerant. But that's what I call my daughter because she's gluten intolerant. I can't have bread. Nothing with wheat I can't. It's so fucking difficult to feed her. So that's what I call her, Gaia. Gluten intolerant asshole. Just... The Benjamites rallied around Abner and formed a single band, and they took their stand on the top of the hill. Take your stand! Oh, let me escape because my name is Abner. And Abner called to Joab, is this sword to keep devouring forever? Do you not know that the end will be bitter? How long will it be before you order your people to turn from the pursuit of their kinsmen? Joab said, as God lives, if you had not spoken, the people would have continued to pursue their kinsmen, not stopping till morning. Then Joab blew the trumpet. blow the fucking trumpet! And all the people stopped. They no longer pursued Israel or engaged in the battle any further. So you blow the trumpet to start the battle, and you blow the trumpet to end the battle. We need to blow a fucking trumpet. Oh my god. Blow a trumpet! Ah! Abner and his men traveled all night through the Arabah. They crossed the Jordan and marching the whole forenoon. They came to Mahanaim. Joab returned from the pursuit of Abner, and he had gathered all the people. Together they were missing of David's servants 19 men, and Asahel. But the servants of David had killed of Benjamin 360 of Abner's men. They took up Asahel and buried him in the tomb of his father, which was at Bethlehem. Joab and his men marched all night, and they had broke upon them at Hebron. Okay, so he went to Bethlehem. And then came back to Hebron and fought the dudes that was at Hebron. Okay, we can do that. Alright, give me 1 second. I will be right back. Okay, so Samuel 3. There was a long war between the house of Saul and the house of David. David grew stronger and stronger, while the house of Saul became weaker and weaker. Sons were born to David at Hebron. So a bunch of his kids were born Hebrew. His firstborn was Ammon. This is Ahinoam's son. His second was Caleb. Abigail was his mom. The third was Absalom. Remember, I kept saying in the book we read, I don't know if the Absalom they were talking about was the son of David. Okay. And this third one, Maacah. He was a daughter of King Talmai. Okay. So, Ahinoam, I don't know why he married her. But Abigail, we know why he married her, because she had a bunch of shit. And then Maacah, it seems like he married her for diplomacy, because his daughter's, her father is a king. So we can consider that a diplomacy marriage. See, and this was the thing I was trying to tell my mom. David didn't marry a woman for love. He married her. I don't know why he married her. It doesn't say why he married her. It just says he married her. But Abigail, he married her because she had a bunch of shit. And this one, her dad is a king. And his first wife was Michal, because she loved him, supposedly. And his fourth was made by a woman called Haggith. Okay. And these are the names of the rest of his sons. Oh, okay, wait a minute. Adonijah was Haggith's son, and a woman named Haggith Abital, uh, Eglah. Okay. While there was war between the house of Saul and the house of David, Abner was making himself strong in the house of Saul. Okay, so it says the house of Saul became weaker, but over here, Abner was making himself strong. Was it himself as a person or himself as a team? Now, Saul had a concubine. Here we go. Saul had a concubine whose name was Ritzpah, daughter of Aiah, and Ishbaal. And he said to Abner, "Why have you gone into my father's concubine?" And the words of Ishbaal made Abner very angry and said, "Am I a dog's head for Judah? Today I keep showing loyalty to the house of your father, to his brothers, his friends, and have not given you into the hand of David. And yet you charge me with a crime concerning this woman. So may God do to Abner and more for just at for just what the Lord has sworn to David, that will I accomplish for him, to transfer the kingdom from the house of Saul and set up the throne of David over Israel and Judah from Dan to Beersheba." And Ishbaal could not answer Abner another word because he feared him. Abner sent messengers to David at Hebron, saying, "To whom does the land belong? Make your covenant with me, and I will give you my support and bring all Israel over you." All right, so a bitch. Look, it's always a girl. And he said, all right, there's one thing. You shall never appear in my presence unless you bring Michael when you come to see me. Okay. Oh my God. Then David sent messengers to Saul's son, saying, "Give me my wife Michael, to whom I became engaged at the price of 100 Philistine peckers." Ishbaal sent and took her from her husband Paltiel. But her husband went with her, weeping as he walked behind her all the way to Bahurim. Then Abner said, "Dude, you look like a pussy. You look like a giant ass vagina. You need to go home." So he went home, and Abner sent word to the elders, saying, "For some time past, you have been seeking David as king over you. Now, bring him about, for the Lord has promised David, 'Through my servant David, I will save my people from the hand of the Philistines and from all their enemies.'" Abner also spoke directly to the Benjamites. When Abner went to tell David all that Israel, when Abner went to tell David at Hebron all okay, that doesn't. So Abner told David that all of Israel and the whole house of Benjamin were ready to do. Okay. When Abner came with 20 men to David, David made a feast for Abner and the men who were with him. Abner said to David, "Let me go and rally Israel to my lord the king, in order that they may make a covenant with you, and that you may reign over all that your heart desires." So David dismissed Abner, and he went his way in peace. Just then, the servants of David arrived with Joab from a raid, bringing much spoil with them. But Abner was not with David at Hebron, for David had dismissed him, and he had gone away in peace. When Joab and all the army that was with him came, it was told to Joab, "Yo, Abner was here." And David dismissed him, and he went his way in peace. "Oh, well, hey, Captain. Come on, up here. What are you doing?" "All right, don't come then. I don't care." Okay. Then Joab went to David and said, "What the fuck, dude? Abner was here. Why did you dismiss him?" "You know, my brother. My brother, and he's a Jew. He's a Jew. You can't trust him. They're snaky snake motherfuckers." Right? When Joab came out from David's presence, he sent messengers after Abner, this guy, and they brought him back from the cistern of Sirah. But David did not know about it. Here we go. When Abner returned to Hebron, Joab took him aside in the gateway to speak with him, and there he stabbed him in the stomach, so he died, shedding the blood of Asahel, Joab's brother. Afterward, when David heard of it, he said, "I and my kingdom are forever guiltless before the Lord for the blood of Abner's son, or Abner. May the guilt fall on the head of Joab and all his father's house, and he may make the house of Joab never be without one who has a discharge, or who is leprous, who holds a spindle, or who falls by the sword, or who lacks food." Man, this is a fucking curse, ain't it? Oh, this is a curse. So Joab and his brother Abishai murdered Abner because he had killed their brother Asahel in the battle at Gibeon. It didn't say Abishai was involved. Are you just adding him in there? Because it doesn't say Abishai was involved. Then David said to Joab, "Come here," and all the people who were with him. "Tear your clothes and do the diaper thing. Mourn over Abner and King David." And King David followed the buyer. The beer? No, it's buyer. At this point, I guess they were still doing, or they were doing the t-shirt and diaper thing. Sackcloth is a t-shirt, and I've been saying gird your loins is wear diaper. So put on a diaper and t-shirt. They buried Abner at Hebron. The king lifted up his voice and wept at the grave of Abner, and all the people wept. Okay, here we go. The king lamented for Abner, saying, should Abner die as a fool dies? Yeah, because he was in the middle of a mission. So now what's David gonna do? See, he should have killed Joab. Okay. Your hands were not bound, your feet not fettered, as one falls before the wicked you have fallen. And all the people wept over him again. He was in the middle of a mission. Somebody should have told Abner, look, he's in the middle of a mission. Then all the people came to persuade David to eat something while it was still day. But David swore, saying, so many God do to me, and more, if I taste bread or anything else before the sun goes down. Sundown, you better take care. This, what is his name? Gordon Lightfoot sings a sundown song. All the people took notice of it, and it pleased them, just as everything the king did pleased them. Like, they was so giddy. Like, the king did it, it's fashionable. So all the people and all of Israel understood that day that the king had no part in killing Abner. Yeah, no duh. He was in the middle of a mission. And the king said, do you not know that a prince and a great man has fallen today in Israel? Today I am powerless, even though anointed king. These men are too violent for me. The Lord pay back the one who does wickedly in accordance with his wickedness. So Joab, Abishai are too violent for David. Interesting. Very, very interesting. All right. Give me 1 second. Okay. So let's see. All right. We're going to do chapter 4. And then we're done. This will be the last chapter. Now, when Saul's son Ishbaal heard that Abner had died at Hebron, his courage failed, and all Israel was dismayed. So did you notice about their king? And I believe this is kind of what Samuel said to them. Like, if your king is good, you're good. If your king is bad, you're bad. Saul's son had 2 captains of raiding bands. One was named Baana, and the other was named Rechab, the sons of Rimmon, a Benjamite from Beeroth. And I don't know if this is supposed to be a parenthesis or something's missing. For Beeroth is considered to belong to Benjamin. So, is it fighting with somewhere else? Oh, okay. Now, the people of Beeroth had fled to Gittaim, where there was resident aliens to this day. Yeah. Saul's son Jonathan had a son who was crippled in his feet. He was 5 years old when the news about Saul and Jonathan came from Jezreel. His nurse picked him up and fled, and in her haste to flee, he fell and became lame. His name was Mephibosheth. Now the sons of Rimmon, the Beerothite, Rechab, and Baanah, set out, and about the heat of the day they came to the house of Ishbaal while he was taking his noonday rest. They came inside the house as though to take wheat, and they struck him in the stomach. Then Rechab and his brother Baanah escaped. Now they had come into the house while he was lying on his couch in his bedchamber. They attacked him, killed him, and beheaded him. Then they took his head and traveled by the way of Arabah all night long. They brought the head of Ishbaal to David at Hebron and said, "Here is the head of son of Saul, your enemy who sought your life. The Lord has avenged my Lord, the king, this day on Saul and his offspring." David answered Rechab and his brother Baanah, "As the Lord lives, who has redeemed my life of every adversity. When one who told me Saul was dead, he thought he was bringing me good news. I seized and killed him at Ziklag. This was the reward I gave him for his news." David is an ass fuck. How much more then when wicked men have killed a righteous man on his bed in his own house? Yeah, but he wasn't righteous though. This guy. Oh. And now shall I not require his blood at your hand and destroy you from the earth? David is a motherfucker, man. So David commanded the young men, and they killed them. They cut off their hands and their feet, and hung their bodies beside the pool at Hebron. But the head of Ishbaal they took and buried in the tomb of Abner at Hebron. David is a motherfucker, man. See, that's what I was saying yesterday. Like, the heroes of this book, man, no. Why did he do that? Why did he kill any of them? What was the point? What was the point? They did him a favor. Because he was going to send Abner to pretty much do the same thing. But because he didn't send these guys and he didn't know about it ahead of time, man, listen. No, never mind. We haven't made that far. But just know, this is why David can't build a church. Because he's just indiscriminately killing people for no fucking reason. I'm sorry. He's like a mob boss. He's having people killed for no fucking reason. I don't know. It's annoying as fuck and it bothers the piss out of me. And people are like, King David. King David. It's like, do you even know about King David? Like, what do you specifically know about King David? That God loved him. But do you know anything about his past? Do you? So you know God loved him above all, right? He was a man after God's own heart. He was gay, he was a liar, and he was a murderer. And you hypocrites hate all three of those people. Read the story of David. Read the story of Jesus. Right? And actually read these stories and realize what the fuck they're saying. Words mean shit, man. See, this is why I don't like hypocritical Christians. I just don't. So thank you for watching. I love you and have the greatest day. Hi, Supersonic. So what's up? Can I see your beautiful face?
No.
Why? You look like me and I'm probably beautiful. So you're beautiful too. Why? I don't know why she's mad at me. I have no idea. But anyways, make sure you keep other people alive juice, teenagers. Do you want to say bye, Super?
No.
Bye, everybody. So nice to see you. I said it for you. Anyway, thanks for watching. This lovely teenager back here says bye and she loves you too. And have the greatest day ever.